technology can be used to gather the different types of evidence of students' learning?
Sure. Let's look at this mathematics activity on angles, where students are required to identify the angles based on their knowledge of angles. This is a recall and reproduction activity where the teachers use the selected response method, such as multiple choice and multiple response questions in SLS, to collect evidence of students' learning. Here, technology is used to auto-mark and tabulate the results. Also, predetermined feedback or scaffolds could be assigned to students by the system based on their choices. Students' selected responses are captured in the form of a heat map in the SLS and can be analyzed by question or by student.
What evidence of students' learning could we gather from the heat map?
Let's take a look at this heat map. The colored visualization provides the teacher with the information on the students who could not answer the question, as shown by the red boxes, and give customized feedback to them. With the heat map, the teacher could also easily identify the questions many students have had difficulty with. In this heat map, students seem to have difficulty with question 3. The teacher could zoom into that question to clarify any misconceptions the students have.
What about the constructed response tasks? How can technology be used for gathering responses from these tasks?
For constructed response tasks, examples include short answer, paragraph, and free response questions. In this science activity, students observed an experiment and applied their understanding of the concept of gravitational force to explain what they saw. First, the teacher used the free response question in SLS to capture students' explanations. Then, a thinking routine was included into the task to guide the students in their explanations. Lastly, technology was harnessed to make students' thinking visible. Students' understanding and thought processes were captured explicitly, and teachers could provide personalized and targeted feedback to help refine students' understanding.
What about product creation tasks? How can technology be used for gathering responses from these tasks?
Product creation tasks require the students to apply their learning and understanding to a task by creating a product. This product can be a final product or a process product. I remembered observing a lesson by one of our colleagues on seed dispersal. The teacher asked the students to research on the different methods of seed dispersal. From their research, students needed to exercise their strategic thinking and reasoning skills to generalize a set of rules on seed dispersal and design their own seeds. The online mind mapping tool allowed students to see connections and co-constructed their knowledge using multimodal illustration. The group then distilled a set of generalized rules for seed dispersal and created a multimodal product to demonstrate their understanding. The evidence of the students' learning is captured as shown.
Thank you, Mr. Ong. I think I now know how I can use technology to help me gather evidence of my students' learning. I think for my learning activity, I shall use SLS. I will embed a GeoGebra interactive into the lesson with fill-in-the-blank questions to help my students explore and use the interactive. And finally, I will have them answer a free response question to assess their learning and check on their reasoning.
You really are a fast learner. Looks like you've applied the thinking process for designing learning activities to gather evidence of students' learning. However, please remember that gathering the evidence of students' learning is just one part of the lesson. Next time, we could discuss the other part, which is how to evaluate students' learning from this evidence that we have gathered.